Genshin. Looks like there's gonna be an unfortunate source of what's that? Audio and video sync issues. So it took me about 10 minutes late after starting the stream. I was dealing with someone else criticizing, trying to defend that Yumen Otobura challenge is too easy for whales, but at the moment, um, pretty much the pretty much the difficulty of Yumen Otobura is pretty expected for a live show of 153,000. So at the moment, I'm trying to sync up my source with the audio and video from separate software, and I noticed that it does not synchronize well. There we go. Now, here we go. I finally fixed it. Might as well bring up my friend. Let's see here. Sound check, sound check. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long night. Tonight is June 5, and apparently it took me about 12 minutes to get back into get into live streaming on YouTube because I was dealing with, you know what? I'm just repeating myself from earlier. I was dealing with someone who said that Yume no Tobra challenge is very easy, so I decided to just uh, have a little reply, have a little talk, and see what the fuss is about on that song. But other than that, I'm good to go with the to replay story chapter 26, and it took me later than usual because of that argument. Now, this was brought up already like last Saturday, but oh wait, is it last Saturday? Yes, it brought up since Monday, but I thought I would wait until another Saturday so that I could deal with the story plot. And the next event, Children's Day event, um I think I'll have to deal with that a little bit. But since the event story is just gonna be short, I'll have to pair it up with another game for tomorrow night. So the for the first half, it will be mostly on story chapter 26, and then I'll have to do a card breakdown on the upcoming event in the Japanese version, the rainy season rainy season gift event, and then some for the remaining time, I'll just have to play some Genshin. So enjoy the story, I guess. Not much I can do after after dealing with some misconceptions. Yeah, pretty interesting that Shiri got to stare like that. Um, the clothes that Chiriko wears. I think she also wore that in her Bond episodes 6 to 10 onwards. Hold on. I was too busy doing a little talk and I forgot to switch scenes. Oh my god, are you serious? And screen copy did not, what? Great, this is not my lucky day on a Saturday night, so sorry, this will take a while. Ah, boy. Alright, for real, I'll just have to start the main story. Why does the game keep forgetting that I still press the autoplay button? A student teacher. I thought I almost had that misconception when I first read that in the Japanese version. Okay, no need to be suspicious about your sister. Again? Oh my
お姉
god.
ちゃんお姉ちゃんって可愛かったのにな。いつの話ですか？割と最近じゃん。ほら、覚えてる？二人でこっそり花火やった時、しおりこってば体を震わせて喜んでたくせに。あれは真夜中に寝ているところを起こされて、眠くてフラフラしていただけです。照れんなって。
ねえねえ、新しく来た教育実習の先生見た？かっこいい先生が来たって噂は聞いたよ。そうなの？私、応援してくれたことにお礼を言わなくっちゃ。それなら私も素晴らしいイベントを立ち上げてくださったことに感謝の気持ちを伝えたいです。そんな人がうちに来たのチャンスなのでは？かなたちゃん、いろいろお話聞いてみたいな。なんで教えてくれなかったんですか？
It took us 9 chapters and then they did not notice
だ
that.
から虹学に来たのかな。ねえ、あなたからカオル子さんに頼んでもらえないかな。一度同好会に来てくださいって。
Pretty good.
こんちは。
Oh wow.
スクールアイドル同好
They
会。
just came in already. Well, color me surprised. 顔どうか。
ああ、君がいるならここが同好会で間違いないね。ちょっとお邪魔してもいいかな。こんなに歓迎してもらえるとは思わなかったよ。
Oh,
私
come
のこ
on.
と知ってるとも
They
思っ
like
て
treat it
な
like
か
a
ったし。
queen. Just act
でも
natural.
嬉しいね。私の情熱全部詰め込んだイベントを君たちみたいな子がしっかり引き継いでくれたんだからさ。改めてお礼を言わせて。私の情熱を、スクールアイドルたちの情熱を引き継いでくれてありがとう。
Not a big deal, I guess.
私たち、カオル子さんに聞きたいことがたくさんあって。
何でもどうぞ。でも今日はみんなにお願いがあってきたんだ。それを聞いてもらってもいいかな。
Oh, what could it be?
みんな、
Ask away.
ちょっとついてきて。
ちょっとここってスクールアイドル部の部室じゃないですか。
Okay,
カオ
chill,
ルコ先
Kasumi.
生、もしかしてスパイだったんですか？
いやいや違うって。部とか同好会とか関係ないの。虹学のスクールアイドルみんなへのお願いなんだ。
どうしたのみんな揃って
I knew I'd expect that Dragon to came
つ
in
い
and
に
just
ラン
say
ジと
hello.
一緒に部で活動するって決めたのね。
You have few restrictions on. I welcome you with open arms, Manju.
ちょっとはしゃぎすぎだよランジュ。いいの
I
よ、
can back that.
素晴らしいことなんだから。
After all, Manju is not much of a
久しぶりだね
welcoming
ランジュ。
dragon.
カオルコ、なにカオルコが同好会のみんなを説得してくれたってわけ？
私は西学のスクールアイドルみんなに用があるの。ランジュ、部のメンバーも連れてきて。
何よ、ランジュに命令しないでほしいわ。ちょっと待ってなさい。
My activity on Discord said I'm still on green.
虹学のスクールアイドルのみんな、強引に集めちゃってごめんね。手っ取り早く話をしたくてさ。
I'm pretty sure the meeting is
実は
all but
新し
urgent,
いスク
so
ールアイドルのイベントを企画してるんだ。
all in for a meeting right now.
もっともっといろんな人がスクールアイドルに全力になれるイベント。その名もスクールアイドルエキシビション。
ESIE.
スクールアイドルエキシビション？
Sony Interactive. Nah, I'm just
自分
joking.
の学校の一押しスクールアイドルで PV を作って日本中にお披露目しちゃうっていうイベントにするつもり。どう？やる気はある？
So basically making a
あります
school idol
楽しそうです。
promotional video.
全国のスクールアイドルのみんなの
I'm
全力を見
pretty
るこ
sure
と
they
がで
did
きるん
that
です
in
ね。
Story Season 1.
燃えるね。愛さん出てみたい。
I did like
学
the
校の一
complex
押しスクールアイドルって
Setsuna
こ
and
とな
I
ら
have.
うちの
They're
学
still
園
like
ならスク
good
ールアイド
Genki
ル部よ。
rivals at the
だ
end.
からイベントにはランジュが出ることになるわ。
ランジュ、このイベントじゃ自動的に代表は決まらない。参加を希望する学校には必ず校内オーディションをしてもらうつもりなんだ。代表
Holding
は
auditions.
各校で一番声援を集めた個人またはグループだよ。
One who gains support from the school
私
will
た
be
ちにも
chosen as the
十分チャン
representative.
スがあるってことだね。ええ、そうですね。
I'm pretty sure association might have the
私の話は
above
これで終
power
わり。
over Nijigasaki
校内オー
Club.
ディションについては改めて詳しく連絡するよ。と、大事なこと忘れてた。その前に私から一つ提案。っていうか、イベント主催者権限で命令。
Wait, you're the event organizer?
校内オーディションをするならライバルのことを知りたいわよね。合同合宿なんてどう？
Yeah, I like Kaoruko's look. It resembled from another Mag Dream character, Tomoe Udagawa from Mag Dream, Girls Band Party. Tomoe Udagawa is from Afterglow. So the looks look familiar. Kaoruko's looks familiar. I know all of us already read the story, but just to think about my commentary stream.
ね
I'm also
あの人
testing
何
out
なのさ。
the
え、いろんなこと
also
を勝
testing
手
out
に
my
決め
live
てったけ
stream
ど。
at a higher quality than
話してなかったっけ？
Mbps
カオルコは
because
ね、
the upload
スクー
speed
ルアイドルフェスティバルを
it
立
went
ち上げ
well
た
on
人なの
Twitch,
よ。
but what if I stream it on YouTube
そうなの？
and see if there's any difference between
でも
Twitch and
ランジ
YouTube
が
in
惚れ
terms
込んだ
of
この間のスクールアイドルフェスティバルには関わってないの。そうよね。ええ、あのイベントは
for some
私たち
reason
が
the
引き
knock
継がせてもら
source
った
did
の
not
よ。
work before starting the live stream.
でも
I was
あ
planning
ん
to
なすっごいお
I was
祭りを
planning
最
to
初
sync
に考えた
the
人な
entire
んだ
thing
から
on Nox,
次
but
のイベントだってきっ
due
と
to
実
the
現するよ。
source problem, I might as well have to switch over the
うー
phone.
ん、そうなんだ。でも僕はパスだ。
Aw, Mia ain't joining.
ミヤチも出ようよ。勝負し
My
ようよ。
super chat, my
ちょっ
super
と
chat
くっつ
is
かな
not
いでよ。
moving.
納得いくパフォーマンスをするためにもう少し基礎体力をつけたいんだ。やりたければやれるなんて言っても最
Alright,
低
it
限って
should
ものがある。
refresh the super.
少なくとも
It
僕
should
には。
refresh the Streamlabs chat
残
shortly.
念。リナリーだって残念がると思うけどな。
Currently, there was a
Nina のことを
misconception
持ち出さないでよ。
that Rina is currently going out with Mia
そ
over
の様
I.
子を見ると、
I doubt
カ
that
リンとアイは
because
校内オーディション出るのよね。
they still hang out anyway.
もちろん。しおりこは？ちょっと聞いてる？しおりこってば。すみません。ぼーっとしてしまって。校内オーディション、しおりこも出るでしょ？
I came a little too loud compared to
いえ、
your voice.
やめておき
I
ます。
tried reaching
姉
up
さんが
above
絡ん
the
でい
yellow
るとなる
line.
と、
I
いろい
think
ろ
it's
と
a bit
余計な
loud
ことに
on
巻き込
anyone's
まれ
end,
そうなので。
so let me try lowering the game audio a little bit.
姉さん？
I just will have to manage the
そういえば、
might as well have to manage the settings short pretty soon.
あなたたち姉妹だったの？
Of course. I mean, look at the eye colors. Now, the thing is, when I first read that chapter in the Japanese version, at the time I did not understand what's going on with the throughout the whole chapter, and all they did is just vacation, and then the rest of the chapter is filler. Now with that context, it translated in English. I'll have to make sure it makes some understanding if I get enough understanding on this chapter. Now this was the last chapter before that I streamed on my old channel before moving on to a new channel.
けど、しおりこちゃんが何も言わない限りは聞かない。興味ないふりしましょう。ただ、しおりこちゃんが困るようなことに
Alright,
なれば、
thank you.
いくらでも関わって
Although I
い
do
くわ
have
よ。
to up the volume if I need to turn my mic
じゃ
off.
あこの話は終わり。
And
タオルコ
might
先生
try
の
to
イベン
balance
ト
a
の
little
こと
bit.
なんだけどさ、
There we go.
スクールアイドルに全力になれるイベントなんて最高に上がるよね。
校内オーディションがあるっていうのも熱くさせられるわね。
この前の合同イベントではさ、愛さん史上一番頑張って手応えもあったんだよ。それでもセッツやランジュには届かなかった。はっきり言って悔しいよ。だから今度は何が何でも勝ちたい。勝って最高の景色を見たい。
私もよ。あの合同イベントは大切なことを気づかせてくれたわ。だからこそ次は勝ちたいの。とはいえ簡単な話じゃないわね。
Come to think of it, Diver Diva has been thinking about going against Setsuna after the
厳しい戦いになるわ。
the joint
ど
school
こまで
event
パ
back
フォー
in
マンスを
chapter
高めること
24.
ができるか。
実は愛さん、みんなに勝つための秘策をちょっと考えてみたんだ。興味ある？
Like,
あら、
I don't know what's
ライ
going
バル
on
に
with
教
the
え
two
て
of
くれる
them.
なんて親切ね。
期間限定でさ、愛さんとユニットやってみない？
I'm pretty sure it will be a permanent team pretty soon.
愛さん、カリンと一緒にやってみたい。
Just like, mark my
私た
words,
ちは
I'm
ソロでしょ。
pretty sure they're just gonna
100歩
temporarily
譲っ
team up
て
and
一
then
緒にやる
promote
として
the
も、
subunit.
お互いが遠慮してちぐはぐになっちゃうわ。
遠慮なんかしないよ。ステージの上で愛さんとカリンは勝負をする。その勝負をみんなに見せつけるの。どう？面白そうじゃない？
ステージの上で勝負。お互い合わせる必要はないってことね。
そう。お互いの得意なパフォーマンスでガチンコ勝負できるような曲を作って愛さんとカリンはバトるんだよ。私たち2人ともやばいレベルの負けず嫌いじゃん。絶対勝ちたい相手が目の前にいてす すごいパフォーマンスを見せつけてくる。そういう状況になったらいつもの何倍もの力を出せると思う。どう？
ステージ上でまで勝負するの？面白いじゃない。
じゃあ決定ね。よろしくかりん。
問題は曲ね。私たち二人がぶつかり合えるような曲。
相談してみようよ。What a crazy idea! いいじゃん、面白いよ。
でも僕が作っていいの？そのオーダーだと二人のことをよく知ってるベイビーちゃんに頼んだ方がいいんじゃない？
Again, you is Baby Chan.
愛さんたち、ミアに
Hold
作
on,
ってほしい。
I'll look up the comments after this
ミアにも
after this
校内
story.
オーディションに関わってほしい。それにさ、ミヤチだって愛さんたちのこともうよく知ってるでしょ。
一緒に練習もしてるし、ランチもしてるし、それにリナちゃんと仲良くなってからすっかり牙が抜けたものね。
何言ってんの？
抜けた牙、もう一度研ぎ直してちょうだい。私たちが存分に戦える曲をミヤに作ってほしいの。
言ってくれるじゃん。ステージ上での勝負だっけ？僕も作曲家としてそこに立たせてもらう。この僕の曲歌いこなしてみなよ。
Now, throughout the chapter, at least I was able to get a bit of context on why they want to do, why the two of them, Ivory Diva, would like to compose a song that would go against each other. But I still don't think it's a good chapter to read anyway, because well, the later parts of this chapter will make sense, and pretty sure the entire thing is filler
ご
chapter.
めんごめん、隠してたつもりはないんだけど、まあ聞かれてないのに言うこともないかなって。ごめん。あ、見たい見たい。でも今はまずこっちを片付けなきゃね。
Are you sure you're not gonna see her performance? Oh my gosh, I just read. Never mind. You know what? I'm just gonna wait until late June, where next chapter will be released. But for now, Kodoko just ignored Chioriko's performance last year.
なんかいろいろ手伝わせちゃって悪いね。
And you is passing off as if no big deal.
一人じゃ
At
回んなくて
least
さ。
show little sympathy on the newcomer.
そうかな。私もまだまだ試行錯誤の連続だよ。一緒に勉強してこ。
I still have to think what subject Karuko is teaching. Likely it's on music, because the protagonist, she's usually at the protagonist's classroom, where her course is music course, the music track,
ね、
or
私た
something
ちは
similar
ス
to
クー
that.
ルアイドルが大好きで、情報も追っかけてるから、いつどんなイベントがあるかわかるよね。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll like this chapter anyway. But for me, why did it feel so boring anyway?
ただ実際に見たら虜になっちゃう人はたくさんいると思うんだ。
The transition to school idol exhibition will take a while anyway.
でしょだからね。
That is
い
similar.
ろんな人に知っても
Now,
ら
the
うには
plot
ど
line
うしたらいい
where
のかなって
the
考え
protagonist
たんだ。
mentioned that Aimu and her did not
校内
know
オーデ
about
ィション
school
をやれ
idols
ば
until now.
スクールアイドルに興味がな
That
かっ
was
た
late.
人たちでも
That was
何やってるんだ
referenced
ろう
in
っ
the
て気になるで
Nijigasaki
しょ。
episode 1, where
そうやっ
the
て
two of them
ま
have
ずは
to
自
start
分
up
の
their
学校
own
で活
school
動している
idol
スクールアイ
school
ドル
idol
のこと
club
を知っても
together.
らうの。 それで興味を持ってくれた人はそのままスクールアイドルのファンになっちゃうかも。
I'm pretty sure Kaoruko is not doing like sports
応援
class
す
or
るみんな
something.
も駆けつける。
Um,
そんな風に
now
スクー
Kaoruko
ルアイドルの
is
世界が
I'm
広がってい
thinking
ったらい
she's
い
on
な
the
って思ったんだ。
working on the entertainment industry, so likely she might be teaching about entertainment and
君たちが実現させたスクールアイドルフェスティバルを見て思いついたんだ。
modern lifestyle
スクールアイ
to
ドルをもっと広めるには
to the Nijigasaki students as a student teacher.
一番近くで応援してくれるファンをもっと増やさないといけないってね。で、同好会のみんなはどう？やる気になってくれてるかな？
Well, the feelings vary. We actually have a expedition before that time, before this present time anyway.
もちろんです。全国のみんなに私の熱い思いを伝えたいです。せつな先輩、校内オーディションが始まらないうちからもう買ったつもりなんですか？待って、私だって虹学の代表になりたいよ。スクールアイドルの素敵なところ。
Isn't it obvious for Emma because she was from
かなたちゃん
Switzerland?
だってこの間お休みした分やる気がたまりまくってるんだからね。全国の
Yeah, I
皆
don't
さん
think
の前で
Karuko is teaching
私の
math.
世界観を演じてみたいです。
Not even chemistry or physics.
PV で新しいつながりを作りたい。
I'm pretty sure she's teaching about what's that? Modern lifestyle.
私も次こそは頑張りたい。この
Like
間の
we
合
have
同イベン
in
ト
the
を見て
Philippines, we have the
出なかったこと
livelihood
をちょっと
course
残念に思っちゃったんだ。
in junior high school.
精一杯頑張って全国のみんなに私の
Hold
ことを
on.
見てもらいたい。
One of the wheels on my chair popped off.
校内オーディション燃えますね。
さすがだね。部とうまくいってないのかと思ってたけど、そうでもないんだ。ますます楽しみになってきたな。虹学のみんななら今度の合宿でまた私がびっくりするようなことをしてくれるかもね。
Now, Kaoruko as a character, I do like her, just as a supporting character anyway, because we already have the protagonist of All Stars as the main supporting character, and for voice actress Yoko Hikasa, I have known the voice actress, since watching K-On anime, and after the anime, but I did not notice that the direction that Yoko Mikasa decided to go when it comes to voice acting future characters after K-On. So when I first heard her in Bag Dream or Bag Girls Party, I did expect the voice direction for Tomoe to contrast from Mio Akiyama from K-On. And then it continued with Kaoruko with Love Live All Stars. So part 4, Desert Island again. Over this time, we're gonna find out who's the owner of that mansion, I guess.
長旅ご苦労様。合宿所に到着。
Wait, that's your boarding house?
ねえ、ここって本当に無人島なの？
No, don't hype
は
up.
い、そうですよ。
Ah, no, Shioriko, why?
世界中のリゾートを巡ったけど、無人島だけは行ったことがないのよ。
Manju, there are many islands around the world that are deserted. Where were you with lots of islands that are civilized?
まさか無人島だなんて。ねえ、探検をしましょう。謎の地下遺跡を探すのよ。
Oh my gosh, she's so adventurous. What the heck's going on?
地下遺跡なんてあったら点上げだね。
あんなにはしゃいでるランジュ初めて見たわ。ランジュは子供だね。地下遺跡なんてそうそう見つかるもんか。 でも、僕は秘
I'm
密
not
施設
talking
ぐらい
about
はあ
that
ると思う
kind
な。
of lifestyle courses. I meant
捉えた宇宙人
livelihood
の
where
UFO 研究施設なん
you
か
take
が。
care of a house
ね。
and then make a bed.
みやちも楽しそうだ
Let's
し
see,
オッケー
cook,
オッケー
cooking, preparation. That kind of livelihood course. Pretty sure I'm not familiar with what's going on there. I just hope that
いやーあの時はいろい
just
ろあ
hope
った
that
ね
the course on livelihood is
いろい
doing
ろあり
well.
ましたが楽しか
I
ったですよ
just
ね
didn't have any. Just had a little
そ
understanding.
うほのかさんのドッキリ
Oh
と
my!
アクアのゾンビ事件
Now, Rina referencing the events in chapter 18 and 18 and 19. What the heck's going on with Muse and Aqua? They have been missing in action since chapter 22. The chapter focusing on Rina and Mia. So I don't know why, but they might have got their farewell song with Boku Tachi wa Hitotsu no Hikari from chapter 25 at the end. And then we have Mirai Ticket for this chapter.
あれには私も血の気が引きました
Oh my
な
gosh,
ぜ
that's
事
the
前に皆さん
drama.
の演技
The
力を確かめ
drama.
ておかなかったのか次があったらこの私が完璧な犯行現場にしてみせますいやいや歩む先輩たちあのレベルで完全に信じてたしあ
What?
れ以上本格的になったら
I don't
嘘が
know
よって
that.
言っても信じてくれな
I
さそ
don't
う
know that I will believe in that level of acting.
確かにそうだね無念
Like,
はい
for
はいみんな
Aqua's
荷物置い
side,
てちょっと休憩して
all they
練
did is
習だから
just
ね
also pull a prank on two groups
ねえリナ
while they were on the deserted island.
何
And then
Yoru,
I initially
リナと
wondered,
一緒に寝たい。
いいよじゃあ私のベッドで一緒に寝よ
yeah, that's gonna give the
しおりこ、行っても
like
いい？
shipping relationship
Yeah.
going.
ですが、皆
Anyway,
さんたちにわがままを言
what
っ
I
て
did not know is that the level of prank Aqua and Muse have been doing.
しおりこちゃんも私たちの部屋に来ない
いいのですか
もちろんだよ
The fake death of
ど
Honoka,
の人と仲良くしちゃダメでしょ
that was already scripted from the start for Muse, and then
もう
it
全員
pulled
で
well for
雑魚寝でもいいん
Nijigasaki.
じゃない
But the second part that the zombies came in, that's where Aqua became the big winner over Muse and
かりんちゃん
Nijigasaki.
と愛ちゃん何してるんだろうあれって一緒にパフォーマンスして
And
る
we
んで
have
すか
the
ね
introduction of Diver Diva now,
一緒に
but they haven't like fully introduced the name of that unit
は
yet.
てなそんな感じに見
I'm
え
pretty
る
sure it will be
ね
on chapter
すごい
29
な
because
かなた
by
ち
the
ゃん
looks
た
of
ち
that
じゃやり
next
たいこと
chapter,
がバラバラすぎて
like
誰かとやるのは
that
難しい
currently
も
we're on
ん
chapter 26 global and then 27 in Japan.
あの二人すごいです
We might find out if
お互いに合わせているという
they'll finally introduce the
競い
unit
合ってい
names
るみたいで
in chapter 29.
うん
Chapter 28 will
それに
probably focus
競
on
い
the
合ってる
remaining
の
three
にバラバラに
idols,
は見えない
and that would specifically
お互いの長所を引き立た
target
せ合ってるみ
towards
たいです
Ayumu, Setsuna, and Lanju.
へえ面白い
They
こと
have
に
not
挑戦してる
had
ね
their focus chapter yet.
ユニットを組むって聞いた
And
時は驚いたけど
Lanju's training clothes
こ
though.
れはランチも楽しめそうだわ
Imagine Lanju would have a little bit of abs during training, but
まあね
you'll see it later. And Mia's clothes though, I wouldn't mind the ugly colors. Just making sure that her image matches the color patterns that her clothes have.
みんなどう愛さんたちの秘策驚いた
That is way past 46%
これが
already.
私たちのやり方よ虹学の代表は私たちがもらうわ
Is the anime going faster than the in-game story, or is it All Stars and Nijigasaki anime are different. They don't interconnect to each other. They have concurrent stories, but that's about it. Both the anime and the game are not related to each other. The anime, however, tried to pull in some references from the game to make sure some All-Stars players are familiar with some plot points. Let's say here the first few chapters of All Stars try to reference the fact that Setsuna is the student council president Nana. That was revealed at the end of first chapter. This was referenced in episodes 2 to 3. A few various points, but afterwards, once we get through episode 4 to 9, the references stop there. Some of them even have School Idol Festival Easter eggs from the Transfer Student comic book, the 4-panel webcomic, Fan Fest. If you have School Idol Festival, there should be the second tab where it will flip the events board to the 10 Fest webcomic. They tried to add in a few School Idol Festival characters. Now, for All-Star second season, it's a different direction, but thanks to the first chapter of second season, reception did not go well, and it still gains a ratio of dislikes. As for Nijigasaki anime, I've yet to check if they're going to adapt parts of the story from, let's say, story scene 1 or 2. But I do think Shuriko will probably appear in Nijigasaki anime season 2. For Lanjo and Mia, I've yet to know if there's a less likely chance, because I'm pretty sure the writing for the story of season 2 is probably done by now. They just need to plan out the episodes and upcoming songs needed for the second season. So that's what I thought about what to expect about Nijigasaki season 2. Right now in story season 2, I still feel a bit bummed out that story chapter 26 is still like a filler chapter. Karata slept already. You might want to wake up Karata a little bit later because we got a little something.
そうそう、早くしてよね。ランジュはお腹ペコペコよ。分厚いステーキがいいわ。
By the way, Ranju's interest on eating steak, I think that's the reason why she decided to go for some tone.
何よ、叩いたわね、このランジュを。
That's a chop.
合宿中の炊事洗濯はみんなでやるの。働かざる者食うべからず。もしサボったらご飯抜きだからそのつもりでいなさい。
Yeah, work it off.
わいしょまや、そんなの聞いてないんだけど。
They actually translated her line. Her line is usually in Mandarin or Cantonese, but this line is probably in Cantonese dialect.
わいしょまや、そんなの聞いてないんだけど。
Oh, come on. Were you living in an aristocratic family? Anyway, it's kind of funny that Raju usually lives with working henchmen. It still persists when she does that in the School Idol Association, particularly Satsuki and Uzuki. Until at the start of season chapter 23, the school joint event part 1. Oh no.
あれだけ何でもできるランジュさんです。何を作るのか興味があります。
No, think otherwise, Shizuku. Think otherwise.
ランジュにできないことなどないわ。まあ見てなさい。かぼちゃを丸ごと大鍋に。 が飛び跳ねています。これが本場の中華。枠にはまらない創造性、料理の奥深さなのですね。
I'm pretty sure Setsuna's learned everything already.
刹那の創造性
no.
をランジュは認めてるわ。この間のアカペラも素晴らしい選択だった。ランジュたち枠にははまれないのよ。
Oh no.
それは料理も同じ。さあ、刹那、あなたの創造性をランジュに見せて。
Oh no. No, please.
私は中華料理のダイナミック
Yeah,
なところが好きなの
the
で。
kitchen is gonna get too hot there. The rest of the girls might as well have to wait at the dining
お
room.
願い、お願い、誰か止めてください。
僕エナジーバー食べるからあとは好きにし
What
て。
kind of energy bar? Snickers?
しおり子、
Ah,
ランジを放
whatever.
っておいたらこの屋敷は炎上だ。
We have so many we have so many snack bars from in the Philippines. Anyway.
ちょい待ち。合宿なんだから、みやちも一緒にご飯食べるの。野菜洗うのくらいならできるでしょ。
Good idea then. Let her wash them.
洗濯機に入れてくれ。
Just throw them to the washing machine. What is this?
みやさん、プチトマトのヘタを取ろう。ほら、これ。
Yeah, go ahead and help. Go ahead and help her, Ayumu.
この緑のところ。
Oh my gosh, learn some language.
私も手伝います。みやさん、ミニトマトは柔らかいので、そーっと。あ、ちょっと火力が足りないわよ。
No, 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 don't rush the cooking.
かなた起きて。
Ah, okay. Yeah, the kitchen is burned.
お腹いっぱい。やっぱりかなたちゃんのご飯は美味しいね。たくさんおかわりしちゃった。どういたしまして。みんなたくさん食べてくれるから作りがいがある。ショーランジュとミヤテイラのポンコツっぷりにはビビり倒しましたね。あれだけ何にもできないとかあります？
Yeah.
でもまあ、
Lanju and Mia are not meant to cook some food.
それはそれで落ち込んじゃいそうだから。二人とも頑張ってたよ。そうだね。ミヤちゃんがミニトマト全部潰してくれたから、サラダからアクアパッツァになったんだもん。
Aqua pasta dish. Oh yeah, come to think of it, I saw someone else streaming and I did notice the aqua pasta.
美味しかった。
Let's check what it is. What's an Italian cuisine
アイさんとカリン
with
さんの
light
ユニッ
fish
トは衝撃的で
and
した
herb
ね。
broth used to poach it? I see that.
はい、まさかあの正反対な二人がユニットを組むとは思いませんでした。
Kanata and Emma are perfect wives.
カスミンたちはソロでこそだと思った
One
の
thing
に
is for sure that Emma's more of a material. What's that? More of a wife
二人とも
material
ソ
to
ロのま
Kaden.
まやってるように見えたよ。
Or for this story season, they are split for now because
二人
well,
の魅力が
Kaden and I just Kaden and I joined the other team
キリリ
and the chapter 25 last time
って気迫も
is just trying to recover what Kaden had
ユ
done.
ニットも選択肢の一つとしてはありなのでしょうか。でもお互いに遠慮し合って前みたいになっちゃうのは嫌かな。
It makes sense, Setsuna, but this one's different. Oh, even the protagonists do not want to go against each other's clashes. In the early chapters, Setsuna tried to form the school idol club and have four other fellow school idol members try to perform together in one united form, but then Kasumi stormed off and disbanded the club. Well, not her fault. It's actually Setsuna's. That plot point is the same for Nijigasaki anime. For at least the 3 chapters. yeah, considering they have subunits, but not as like a group fully. That's why Nijigasaki usually has albums that had one group song, and all other 9 to 10 are solos.
なんだか珍しいメンバー。リナちゃんボード。はてな。エマちゃん、話って何？
Now, out of all of the subunits that I've seen so far, I'm thinking Quartz is the most formal one yet, because they already start off the first discussion. The one who started all belongs to Diver Diva. Karen and I already decided early in the chapter. And as for Azuna, we might have to find out later. The entire part is mostly on Quartz for now. Now, interesting lineup for pure. What's that? For a pure team subunit. There are two pure school idols and two smile school idols. Pure school idols belong to this time at Kazumi and Emma. The smile school idols this time are Rina and Kanata.
それはね、スクールアイドルのファンってところ。自分でやるのはもちろんだけど、それと同じくらいスクールアイドルのファンだと思うの。どう？確かに言われてみれば、かすみんはスクールアイドルしてるかすみんのファンですね。私はみんなのファンだよ。みんなのパフォーマンスを見るの大好き。つながれる気がするから。かなたちゃんははるかちゃんの大ファン。ほらね、私はね、勝ちたいって気持ちもわかるし、大切なことなんだと思
Come
う
to
けど。
think of it, Emma joined in, but not because she cannot see Karen again. Imagine that would be the plot point and the reason why they formed Quartz. By the way, Quartz will be having their second single, Swing. They just teased it after the first year live stream last Wednesday.
エマさんの言ってることはちょっと難しいけどわかる気がする。かすみんちょっとよくわかんないよ。
I just want to see how beautiful Moonlight is written.
もしかなたちゃんたちが一緒にやるとしたら、エマちゃんはどんな風にしたいと思ってる？私たちが一緒にやるなら、かりんちゃんたちのやり方とは正反対なの。補い合う関係、調和かな。
You just don't want. Emma doesn't want to fight. That's why she wanted to do the opposite. While Karen and I can go out on a fight as a subunit, Emma doesn't want to. I mean, after story chapter 25, the two of them just didn't agree on Karen's point of view of school idols.
じゃあ次、一番大事なとこだけど、実際どういう形のパフォーマンスにしたら
Aqua also formed subunits, but it's not fully referenced in the anime. For All Stars though, I'm thinking their bond chapters will be up in the coming days. So be on the lookout for news updates before the end of the exchange event or the marathon event. I'm pretty sure though they are now adding a new bond chapter one by one.
お揃いのデ
I did not read the Bond stories because I'm waiting for at least a chapter where I can just get star gems from all 9 idols of the same school.
あります。大切なことが。なんだろう。ユニットの名前ですよ。
Wait, why would
せっ
you... Oh
か
my
くユニッ
god.
トを組むなら、ミューズやアクアみたいな名前欲し
They
いじゃない
got their
です
names
か。
from us, the
なる
protagonists.
ほど、欲しい。どんなのがいいのかな。くっくっく。ふわふわかすみんクラブなんてどうですか。
Aqua have so few Bond chapters. That's similar to Muse too, because when the game launched, all schools have about 5 Bond chapters each, and then Nijigasaki have more chapters as the game progresses, because Nijigasaki is the important component of the game. Aqua and Muse have less Bond chapters because they don't have anything else to write up other than try to form a story where either Muse or Aqua will be doing solo live concerts or make up a subunit on their own. Now, the number is equal to Muse as well, actually. So, wait, 5, 6. Now, I have no expectation on the formation of Asuna because look at this one. Look at this plot and what is going on with you and Aimu. You is still thinking over Diver Diva. Come on!
そうだね。
Pay attention to your clingy girlfriend here. Okay, then. We're still continuing talking! Okay, she's pretty pissed off now.
私だって挑戦ぐらいできるんだから。
And the two split. She also changed clothes.
またあの子の前から逃げ出しちゃった。前喧嘩しちゃった時、ちゃんと話そうねって約束したのに。
You know, I actually waited 4 weeks in the global version where Ayumu and you already had that fight in story season 1, and then I had to wait for about 1 month in the Japanese version because that's the reason why I got hooked into the main All-Star story. So for Ayumu to make that reference about that fight last story season, boy, why? That's a bit horrible on the side of what did you two do? When I initially saw the illustrations for story season 1, chapter 15 and 16, actually chapter 15 took the bigger fish to fry over the chapter 16. Gosh, I just wish Setsuna and Aimu would have their focus chapter before the end of story season 2.
でも今回はあの子だって悪いよ。ちょっと無神経だもん。
Oh, please.
確かに。
She was just way too focused on the school idol thing.
だからってあんな。私だって秘密兵器作ってみせるもん。
Oh, you could prove her, yeah.
あゆむさん。うわ、怖い顔をしてどうしたんですか。うわ、しずくちゃんいたの。私そんな顔してたかな。してましたね。まるで旧敵と対峙した時のような顔でした。この前見たアニメのようです。せつなちゃんまで気のせいじゃないかな。
I'm pretty sure the two of them heard your arguments.
まさか二人もユニットの話？
Oh, come
ど
on.
うしてわかっ
How's
たん
that
ですか？
possible?
そうなんですよ。 実は。やだー、待って、お願い、私も仲間に入れて。
They haven't even decided yet.
やだー、待って、お願い、私も仲間に入れて。
That's my favorite line for this chapter anyway.
もちろんですよ、一緒に話しましょう。ありがとう。3人でやるならどんなユニットがいいかな。え？
Wait, what?
ごめんね、何から何まで誤解してて。ただユニットの話をしてたってだけだったんだね。
Wait, first off, you were
気にしないでく
assuming
ださい。
Shizuku and Setsuna are forming a unit.
しかし、愛さんたちだけではなく、あの4人がユニットを組むとは思いませんでしたよね。
Oh wow.
私、改めて考えてみたのですが、やはり自分にはユニットは合わないなという結論に至ったんです。
After what you did in chapter 1? Come
あ
on. It's been a long time ago.
私もです。誰かと一緒に演じる。演劇なら当然のことも、スクールアイドルになると難しいと感じたので。あのね、私。
For Shizuku, I have yet to see if they're...
私たちはソロですね。
Ah, come on.
お願い、私と一緒にユニット組んで。え？お願いお願い。私もユニット活動して、私が私のままじゃ見つけられないものを見つけたいの。何度も大きな声出しちゃってごめん。
You were still obsessing with her
いいんです
earlier.
よ。あゆまさんも悩んでいるんですね。私
I
のまま
was
じゃ
still
見つけられ
obsessing
ない
with
もの
her
という
even
のは、
though she's already on a talk with
確かにあるかもしれません。
Shizuku and Setsuna.
私も自由にやりたいっていう気持ちはあるんだ。でもいろんなことに挑戦したいっていう気持ちもあって。あゆむさん、そういうことなら私もわかります。挑戦しないと得られないものはたくさんありますから。お二人の言う通りです。では、もし私たちがユニットを組んだとしたらどうなるか考えてみましょう。意見がまとまりませんね。
Oh my god, that is so hard.
こんな感じはどうですか？とても素敵な物語を3人で掛け合いのように。
Another wife leader.
ここまでまとまらないものでしょうかね。難しいな。もうかなり遅い時間ですし、今日のところはこの辺にしておきましょうか。
Oh, come on.
そうですね。
Lily White, Phantom, and Bibi did not pull a pin in just a day. They just did it in hours.
おはようございます。今日の練習の後、もう一度話し合いをしましょう。今ちょっと話してもいいかな。一晩考えてアイデアが浮かんだの。何ですか？ぜひ聞かせてください。誰かの好きな世界観に絞るんじゃなくて、テーマパークを作るんだって考えれば、私たちの好きなものを全部詰め込めると思うの。テーマパークにはパレードがあるよね。そのパレードに全部入れ込んじゃうのをイメージしてみて。
Come to think of it,
パレードっていろんな
even
世
I
界
did
観
thought
が溶け込んでるでし
over
ょ。
the first and second singles of the Jikazaki subunits.
私の好きな可愛い世
I
界。
think it makes sense
せつなちゃんの
why
言う
Azuna's
ドキドキ
second
ワクワク
season,
が詰まったパフォー
Mazestown,
マンス。
comes out as a
そして
theme park
しず
theme,
きちゃんの
or
言う
was that
物語性があって
Halloween
掛け合
theme
いがあ
song,
るような、そん
is
な曲を
because
入れられると思うんだ。
the cover art for the second season
テーマ
is
パークを
actually
作って
part
しまうという
of
のは明
Azuna
暗
Land.
です。そうですね。それならみんなのやりたいことを詰め込めますよ。考えるだけでワクワクするようなユニットになるよ、きっと。
Now, thanks to that context, yeah, I think it's fine. I still think it's a bit boring why they decide to introduce why did they introduce the units way late in the story? Like we're close to the end of story season 2 as of chapter 27 in the Japanese version. So now, of course, another night of Yu Takasaki trying to write songs for them. Yeah, wake up, challenger.
そんなことないよ。ゲリラライブもオンラインライブもあなたが頑張ってくれたからできたのに。
But you only had one online live show, I think, and that is on chapter 22.
そっか。それじゃあ一人の方がいいよね。いってらっしゃい。私はあなたのこと信じて待ってるから。
Right, she's out for a walk, and we're still at the dining room, I guess.
ん？ああ、君か。こんな時間にどうしたの？私も同じ。イベントの事務作業してたんだけど、うまく考えがまとまんなくてさ。気分を変えたくてここに来たの。ちょっとうとうとしちゃってたけどね。それはそうと、ユニット曲難しいでしょ。今までの君のセオリーが通用しないんだから。君よりちょっとはお姉さんだからね。あ、ねえ、悪いけど、コーヒーのおかわり頼めるかな？
Or what kind of coffee do you drink though?
入れたては美味しいね。
Oh, just coffee, regular coffee. I usually had like 2 teaspoons of creamer and then 2 teaspoons of sugar, alongside 1 teaspoon of grain coffee.
でも変化を期待してたってのはあ
I
るかも
don't
ね。
think so. Karuko is not gonna sing.
そう。まあ私にもどういう変化か。
He did say in chapter 17 that she's more of a supporter over becoming a performer.
そこから何か新しい形が見つかったらいいなーってね。まあここまでの変化は私もびっくりだけどね。でもハンタスクールアイドルっていいよね。
Yeah, they're awesome as well,
それを
right?
一番近くで見ていられる。こんな幸せなことはないよ。
I'm thinking that Karuko should appear in Nijikazaki's second season. Even without Lajo or Mia, at least she will fit well for the sake of the second season anime plot. Because there's a high chance that Shuriko will join. And then Kaoruko will also join in the second season. So anyway, here comes a CG that will not be available in the illustration tab yet. It's just only 2 lines of dialogue, and we already now see Lanju practicing in the middle of the coast side.
自分で納得できてない部分があるんだから当然でしょ。
Well, it's pretty natural, so what are you doing here?
当たり前じゃない。男女はいつだって完璧なんだから。
You know, not every school idol is perfect, so you should have about at least 1 weak point.
ことを見せないといけないのよ。完璧の中の完璧を見せて勝つの。そうすれば男女と分かり合ってくれるお友達になるはずだもの。
Now, Lanju is more on the pride side of winning
見られて
performances.
困るものなんてこのランジュには何一つないんだから。ランジュの素晴らしさをその目にしっかりと焼き付けておきなさい。そして同好会のみんなにランジュの魅力を伝えてね。そしたらみんな部に来てくれるかもしれないから。
I doubt they will join your association, Lanju.
ランジュは練習に戻るから。
You already have Karen and I as Diver Diva. What else? Now, I'm thinking a subunit for Shioriko, Mia, and Lanju as the School Idol Association. I wish they would do that too, so that to avoid confusion on what's going on with the story season 2 plot. But there may be some drawbacks. Like, what if Mia is not going to be a playable school idol, and only Lancho will be the next school idol to join in the game? So, episode 9 is gonna be a bit funny for Mia. Of course, you were staring at Lanju's abs, right? I mean, Lanju's training uniform is midriff, and come to think of it, she always eats steak, so does Lanju have toe abs? Okay, never mind. I'll stop that joke anyway. Let's see what's going on in the morning then.
What the hell? Oh my god.
That's English. That's so good. 10 out of 10 English voice for Shu.
これだよこれ。曲作りにはココアがなくちゃね。へえ、そうなんだ。覚えておくよ。でも、何をどうしたってココアになる粉末くらい発明されていい時代だと思わない？
Wait, you come in from a wealthy family and you don't know how stoves work?
そう。作曲家の
Wow,
卵から
I'm
ちょっと
pretty
出
sure
世
Mia
させてあげたよ。
Mia's family is more of an old-fashioned rich family kind of
どうしたのさ？
family.
これ飲み終わるまでなら話聞いてあげてもいいよ。そうだけど、それが何？ベイビーちゃんでも悩むことがあるんだね。
Even little babies have trouble.
こう見えて僕はプロなんだけど、ただで曲作りについて聞くつもり？
We're still little babies to
そん
Mia.
なシュンとしないでよ。
Aww.
君
Wait,
さ、
what did our
曲を作る上で
protagonist say?
一番大切なことって何だと思う？
Oh. Wow. That's why.
コンセプトだよ。君、同好会のこの曲を作るときは、その子に寄り添った曲作りをしてるんでしょ？それはユニットでも同じことだよ。ソロがメインの
Yeah,
子たちは、今回ユニット
I
を組
know
む。
that Mia is from
そこには
United
必ず目的
States.
がある。絶対に勝つ。
The question is that why would her family not know much about advanced
愛
technology?
とカリンの魅力が正反対だからこ
Like
その面白い
advanced
発想だ
technology
よ
that
ね。
melts chocolate
そ
into
のコン
like
セプトはとてもいいと思っ
liquid
た。
chocolate or something.
彼女たちならではの武器だ。だから僕は自分が作るべきものが分かったんだ。同好会の子たちがどんな目的でユニットを組もうとしているのか、ベイビーちゃんはまずそこをちゃんと知るべきなんじゃないの？
Yeah, I think the protagonist should have interviewed a bit more with Quartz and Asuna before composing the
別
first
にいい
song.
よ。君にはオンラインライブの時の借りがあるし。
Oh, come on. She did everything. Well,
君
mostly
がどんな曲
everything.
を作るのか
It's
す
just
ごく
that,
興味ある。お礼の代わりに曲を楽しみにしてるよ。
wait, that's not her doing the costume part.
大切なお話って何？
Yes, she would like to have some talk about your goals or as a subunit. Now, this is interesting for the interview
そんな
part.
ことならいくらでも聞いてください。
Um,
かすみんの中には壮大なストーリーが眠ってるん
why
です。
didn't Muse do that?
ユニットやるこ
when
とを決
they're
めてか
when
ら
they were
いろ
doing
い
it
ろ考
with
えたんだけど、
was that
そう
the
いうの
new
でもいい
subunits
の？
or the aqua subunits?
そもそも私たちがユニットになったのはあゆまさんの勘違いが
I
始まりで、
figured Mia usually eats fast food like hamburger.
せつなちゃん秘密にして。
What were you thinking? We decided to form a unit when Ayuma misunderstood what we were talking about. Isn't it obvious? Well, she spilled the beans, so whatever.
包み隠さずお話ししましょう、あゆむさん。あのね、私がユニットを組みたいと思ったのは。
Wow. That is pretty interesting. How Asuna is formed through part of their names.
できた。なんとか踊りきれましたね。
They were dancing Dreamland Dream World.
最高に気持ちよかったです。私も気持ちよかった。向こうはカスミンたちのユニットと全然違いますね。3人の新しい側面を見た気分。でも3人にぴったりのいい曲だよね。
Oh, the song Dreamland Dream
かなた
World.
ちゃん、あの曲好き
Interesting.
だな。
There's storytelling, there's
確かにいい曲
adventure,
ですけど、
and then you
カ
have
スミンたちだって負けてません
emotional.
よ。
You have some emotional lyrics in the song. That's a good combination for a subunit of
同好
three.
会の2つのユニット、それぞれ個性的で面白いわ。
ベイビーちゃん、無事に書き上げたんだね。僕の言葉よりパフォーマンスを終えた彼女たちの顔を見なよ。僕の答えもそれと同じだから。
At least I'm glad that Mia is acting as a friendly rival.
みんな注
Unlike another member who tried to do dirty with the
目無人島
school
最
idol
後の
club
夜
and
だから
then restrict
存
their
分に楽
activities.
しみだね。
じゃあお疲れ様ってことで打ち上げだね。
いいわね。練習漬けだったし、最後くらいハメを外しましょう。
では準備をしましょう。あ、それならもう用意してあるよ。たくさんごちそう作っちゃった。最高ね、かなた。いつの間に作ったの？
She did that.
Well,
Oh yeah, she did the prep work.
あとは空きを見てちゃちゃーっと。いつもは簡単
She
な
set
ものばっかり
aside
だ
her
ったからね。
sleeping schedule to make some breakfast.
あの練習スケジュールの中で、かなたさんのスケジュール管理能力、すごいです。
さすがかなたよね。あれで勉強だって欠かさないのよ。男女は
We
詳しいんだから。
don't need another cooking incident like that
男児の
yesterday.
お抱えシェフを兼任しない？男児は毎日かなたの料理が食べたいわ。世界一
You're not
美味
having
しいんだもの。
Kanata until you turn in.
そんなに褒められると心が揺れちゃう。
Also, she has a little
でも
sister.
お抱えになっちゃうとはるかちゃんのために料理する時間がなくなっちゃうからお断りするしかないな。
Denied.
そうなの？まあ責任感の強いお姉さんなかなたも好きだからお抱えシェフについては諦めるわ。
Thank goodness you gave up one other objective that you were gonna make association that look better and make the school idol
カ
club
ナダ
look
の
even
料理っ
worse.
て何を食べても美味しいから困るのよね。食べ過ぎちゃうわ。
この後はかなたちゃんのご飯って思うと辛い練習も頑張れたよね。
Looks like we have a triangle of three now.
ご
It's
この地
between
獄を乗り
Diver
切
Diva
れ
and
ば
Karen
天
and
国
Emma.
が待ってると思うと頑張れた。リナちゃんボードほろり。
これ噛み切れない。
What are you eating?
ああ、ミヤさん、無理しなくていいよ。ペッてして、ペッて。
別に飲み込んじゃえばよくない？
Are you gonna choke yourself, Mia? Don't do that.
私、デザートに行っちゃおうかな。
I imagine Mia is trying to eat Lanjo's steak. Oof.
どうしたんですか？顔色が悪いですよ。
刹那の料理を食べたら、
Yes! Lanjo face karma!
刹那さんの料理を食べちゃったんですか？刹那さん、いつの間に料理を。
When did Setsuna cook anything?
私がどう
Oh.
かしましたか？なんでもないです。
You wouldn't want to say
そうだ。
no.
よろしければ、かすみさんたち
I'd
も私の
imagine
料
if
理
someone
召し上
is
がり
brave
ません
enough
か？
and stood up against Setsuna's cooking and
キ
say,
ッチンに
ah,
残って
your
た食
cooking
材
is
で
the
作りま
worst.
した。
And then
私
what
の
would
創
happen
造
if
性を存分に
Setsuna
生かした
hears
創作
that?
中華なんです。
Oh
いや、
no.
かすみは。はい、そうだ。用があるのを思い出しました。ねえ、しずこ。それじゃあ、
She
刹那
whipped
先輩
up
また
leftover
です。
ingredients in the kitchen. Ultra creative and provisional take on cuisine. What the heck? You shouldn't be doing that, by the way.
はい、また後で、せつなさん。
Bye, your fellow Asuna leaves.
あんなに急いで、トイレでしょうか。
That's the wrong word
か
to
すみ
use
ちゃんが
toilet.
逃げた。
It's supposed to be
私たちも
restroom, not
せつなさんの
bathroom.
視界に入らないようにした方がいいかも。
刹那の料理美味しそうじゃん。もらおうかな。
Please no.
みやちゃん、海岸に行ったら星が綺麗に見えると思う。行こう。
Yeah, we're just gonna avoid Setsuna's
僕
cooking
リナと行
first.
くよ。
盛り上がってるところ悪いんだけど、ちょっといいかな。今日で合宿はおしまいなのは言うまでもないことだけど、学校に戻ったらすぐに校内オーディションだよ。
I think it
こ
only
の合
lasts
宿で
about
得たもの
2
を思う
days.
存分に発揮して、二次学年
Why
生徒た
does
ち
the
を
entire
大いに
chapter
盛り
feel
上げて
like
ちょうだい。
the training camp lasted only for 1 day?
言われるまでもないわ。
Actually, it lasted for about 2 to 3 days or so throughout the chapter. Again, Laju face karma.
ランジュ、胃薬です。あまり無理をしないでください。
シエシエ。せっかく刹那がランチに作ってくれたのに悔しい。帰ったら胃腸も鍛えるわよ。
Ah, no. God, I wish this filler chapter wasn't even that boring. Kinda looks like it, but I don't think it's intentional. Especially in Nijikazaki Anime episode 10. I don't think Setsuna did that on purpose. She just didn't know that those ingredients weren't good enough to make the food delicious. We just wrapped up the SPL 12 in the global version, and I ended up with a rank of 1,175, and for daily rankings at 1,019. So I was close to getting top 1,000 for daily voltage. I was so close to getting top 1,000 as well on the total voltage ranking. Now, the final rankings, yeah, we, as expected, Pneumatic won like 200 million. Another meta player that I found on another server, yeah, see, managed to get 198. So they ran out of tickets when they finalized the scores. So I saw their tickets through zero, so they no longer have to play it anymore. They just need to make sure that their score is maintained. So it's almost like they wanted to get to first place. Let's see here. Any other oh yeah, I did encounter Sunny in a few sessions during my Twitch live streams. Then we have Ciel. Ciel is usually pottery player. And another player that I found is Shadit. Shadit is already one of my friends on the other Discord server. And whatever. Who else are in the top 50? And what do you know? My favorite streamer. My favorite all-star streamer made it to 189. Top 50, but pretty sure the scores are big enough for a big meta player. Now, if we look on the overall friends list that I have, so oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me. Myong, you beat me already at 139. What kind of cards do you have? I'm pretty sure she had Festival 1 Kanan. At the time that we were scouting for Festival 1 Aimu and Festival Shioriko. So I think that's why she overtook my place at about 8th place. What else? Repa, one of my followers. And that's your right. Rank 54. Wow, you beat my other friend. You beat my other acquaintance on Discord. About 105 million. I gotta say, nice work everyone for contributing to let's see here. Nice one for contributing in SBL 12. However, SBL 13 is still ongoing for the Japanese version, so I'm not planning to stream that. I'm not planning to stream that SBL anyway, because I'm thinking on a Sunday stream I would like to do something. I think I'll try about. I'd like to try another event story to read, and it's going to be available in the global version tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, we're just even at the end of the SBL 12. So next SBL will be focusing on the third years, and not third years. SBL 13 will be focusing on first years, so it will begin by about June 20 to 22, depending on the event cycle it will go. It usually goes for 20 days, so I predicted that we will have SBL by about Tuesday on June 22. And that SBL is currently ongoing in the Japanese version. Press back. So I got about 1,000, and so I got almost to top 1,000 in the scoring. Good thing my friend Myong made it to top 1,000. By the looks of it, I had about 135 million. And she has about 139 million. Now, I'm switching over to the Japanese version because finally, if I have time, I could do some Genshin, but because it's almost 11 p.m. Might as well just do the card breakdown for the upcoming event. Now, the next event in the Japanese version will be available by the end of June, so look forward to it. School Idol Festival has many event formats since the inception of the game. They have Rhythm Carnival, they have Score Match, they have Friendship Match, and Medley Festival. So they have so many event formats. I cannot even define it as one event cycle for School Idol Festival. They could just pick in 2 random events per month and then choose only 2 of the 4. So if the songs weren't in Nijigasaki priority, I would have scored higher. Yeah, but even the Nijigasaki songs are also favoring the same school. That's why they get the 20% advantage, and all the ACs, well, usually focus on Nijigasaki. So I was able to get the advantage, but the only problem is that Neo Sky Neo Map is so complex. Well, not actually complex, about a bit complicated to score higher because of the first AC was SPAC, and then the rest is just voltage and then critical hits. The only Emma you get during the event, what was that Emma card? Is it the rainy day event? Oh yeah, the festival to Emma. Yeah, that. So, SBL 13 is currently ongoing, so expect these lineup to come up in the global version by late May. That will be on May 20 or later. For the bonus this time goes to the first years. Now I tried voltage running on any of the songs and I still didn't get an award. So in the global version it will be easier because, well, there are so few players playing this game anyway. Currently I have nothing on my lineup, so might as well do the card breakdown for the upcoming event. Now I did obtain the Aimu card, so I'll have to prioritize her first because she's pretty easy. After all, I did get her card. So let's start off with the card breakdown for the upcoming event. And then pull up the All-Stars Kirara website since it only shows up the bare information. Alright, so welcome to the card breakdown part of the video. And today I will be discussing about the upcoming event, the Ame no Kisetsu no贈り物, the rainy season gift event. So this is the first event. This is the first event where the gacha lineup where the event cards now have 7 cards instead of 6. The reason is because we have now Shiriko now joining in for event stories. We'll start up first with Ayumu because that's the card that I have from the 50 Star Gem pool. Now this Ayumu has at maximum limit increases is about base appeal of 10,600, base stamina of 8,352, and her base technique at maximum limit increases is at 13,171 with a critical rate of 54.51%. Her primary skill increases 5 notes or by 8.2%, affecting guard cards. And her passive ability is Appeal Plus, affecting same attribute members by 4.2%. So that means she only works on cool cards, and her live show ability or active ability at 50% of passing an AC, she'll grant stamina damage reduction by 12% until the end of the live show with 50% chance. So it's a 2-to-1. Now, after using her for a few days, and what do I think of this card? This card is very misplaced. So, because you got this typing combination of Cool Guard, so you were expecting her to like at least give her shielding or healing as skill, or at least the active of any of these as an active ability. But this time it's pretty different because she works differently, and pretty lines up well with other guard cards as long as they're in cool cards. But you can also take advantage of the appeal up for 5 notes for the rest of the guard cards. We also have a problem that's the damage reduction of 12%. Now, I do notice why they decide to give her this stamina damage reduction as active ability. Is because we have now the challenge difficulty version of Yume no Tobera. So that is maybe the reason why she may be useful, but because of the nature of Yume no Tobera's challenge difficulty, you may want to spark her at least all limit increases for her to be useful. And because I got her card at base limit increase, I will not use her until I spark her up to 5. So this may take a long time. And I'm not planning to spark her anyway, because I'm still waiting for Festival 2 card to come out. And probably her 8th card, maybe 2nd Festival. I do hope her party card will come out next year. So overall, the stat distribution is similar to her Festival 1 card, but this time, it focuses on a different type. So what do I think of this card? Pretty good, but you might want to spark her up to 5 limit increases if you want to use her, particularly her active ability on Yume no Tobera challenge. Otherwise, this card is not much of a help. Now, to expect what's going on, what is her base stats? Her base stats. Oh wait. Her base stats for one without limit increases. Where is it? Her base stats will start at 6,380. Actually, unfortunately for me, I'm just gonna reference the data from allstars.kirara.ca. Her base appeal is at 7,080, base stamina is at 5,272, and her base technique. Oh wait. Oh my god, I'm so confused. I was referring to the first. I was referring to the first stats. I didn't account the fact. Anyway. Okay, correction. 5,913 base appeal, 4,658 base stamina, and 7,350 base technique, with a critical rate of 37.5%. So the cards here, I have no idea why it was boosted. Likely it's because the idolization. It's because of the idolization stats. It gives you a boost after changing the illustration and then boosted effects. So let's go to Ruby. Ruby is the other UR card that you can get on the upcoming gacha. I can't believe we have 2 scouting UR Rubies in a short amount of time. Cyberworld Ruby came out late March, and then we got it already by June. So that's the shortest release span ever. So I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Anyway, stats are based on what I found from All Stars Kirara and in-game data as well. So Shimmering Flower in the Rain Ruby has 12,529 base appeal, 5,140, and base technique of 14,456, with critical rate of 58.36. So she's basically stronger than Ayumu because what Ruby did this time is reduce her base stamina so that she can improve her base stats for appeal and technique and go against her. So her base stats, without any limit increases, is about 7,000 base appeal. Base stamina is at 2,872, and base technique is at 8,074 with a critical rate of 39.22. Now, her skill this time increases critical rate by 30% for 3 notes, and she has to be lined up in the same strategy so that they can take advantage of the increased critical rate. Her appeal plus affects other active cards, and her appeal plus affects other active cards, and her critical up only works on the same strategy, and it will increase critical rate by 5% until the live show ends. So it's guaranteed, unlike Ayumu's card, which reduces the stamina damage at a chance of 50%. This Ruby, however, increases the appeal critical rate by 5%. Now, in cases where we have Kimi no Kokoro wa Kagayai Terekai and Cutie Panther, there is a buff removal node. So we're gonna use her during this. We're gonna use her with this live show active on. I think it will be removed anyway, because it does not say base critical rate up. So do be careful if you're gonna use her in Cutie Panther or Kimi no Kokoro. Now for this Ruby, I do recommend this time that you have to get Ruby. If you're not planning to use her in Yume no Tobera challenge difficulty, you can get this card. Just make sure you're lucky if you're not gonna get Ayumu, yeah, because the two of them are in the same banner. So right as soon as, well, the kindergarten live show scouting already started, so yeah, you're gonna see 2 UR cards featured in the same banner, and it will be probably permanent from this new event system onwards. So if you're planning to scout either Ruby or Ayumu, I recommend you have to chase your luck and see if you want either Ruby or Ayumu, and then prioritize which one of the 2 you're gonna use them. So the event UR this time is Ellie. And yes, I'm flexing this time because I have the second festival Ellie. Now the event UR Ellie this time is the defender of the set. Now Shimmering Rainflower Ellie starts off at 2,260 base appeal, base stamina of 5,730, and base technique is at 7,094 with a critical rate of 36.28%. So her skill this time is healing based on her technique. So this is the first time in a long while that a cool SP card has healing as skill. If you notice the timing combination, and if you have Emotive Signals Reina from the Nijigasaki Conqueror story, this is the idea. What it does is that it will heal you based on the card's technique. So she's pretty much an SP healer. Her passive this time is Stamina Plus on the same attribute, meaning it will affect cool cards up to 5.2%. And then for active ability, she will increase the SP gauge gain rate after when an appeal chance starts. It will increase the SP gauge fill rate by 25% for 3 notes. However, it only works on cool cards. So out of all of the illustrations I found, I think this one looks beautiful. This Ellie card is very beautiful. Now, considering the popularity of Ellie's character, expect that the tiering on this exchange event will be a bit big, even in the global version, because Ellie is one of the popular Muse characters in the series, in the School Idol Project series, and as well as throughout Muse era. Now, in cases where guard cards will get a penalty for trying to heal, whether it be reducing the skill activation note on Zenzoku Dreamer, I think this card is pretty useful if you're going for a card that is other than SP, other than guard. You can get this card, given that you'll be granted a chance to get one base card that is her without limit increases, and with the change of the new event system, they are now planning to add an additional limit increase in the exchange shop. So I'm thinking you can get her up to 2 limit increases on the exchange shop, and then the other 3 limit increases will be at the event tiering rewards. So if you love Ellie and you have many live show candies and star gems to use, you can get her. We just didn't see who is the event reward SR for this lineup yet. So if you don't have emotive signals, Rina, this could be your best bet for now. This Ellie is probably useful, and her stat line is probably stronger than Rina. Let me check the idol list. And I'm running out of cards. I'm running out of battery for my mechanical keyboard. So we have Rina at maximum limit increases for emotive signals is 9,458 base appeal, and stamina is at 8,649, and base technique is at 8,918 with a critical rate of 26.75. Unlike Rina, the emotive signals card, this Ellie card only gives SP gauge gain rate. Rina's emotive signals card accompanies her by giving you SP fill at the start of the song. So, what's that? And I'm thinking this card is better than Rina if you want the card to just basically heal you and you don't mind the SP gauge gain rate. That's fine. You can get this card. You can get this card up to 2 limit increases. I do recommend having at least one scouting reward card that is either Ruby or Ayumu, so that you can get a chance to grab at least one limit increase on this Ellie card. But other than that, she's a pretty good backliner for SP defensive card. Right, next up are the SRs. Let's go first with Karen. I'm pretty sure Just Believe Karen will be an event event reward card. I do think so. So Karen is now one of the next 4 Just Believe cards that have been revealed. The first year live stream that happened this week did not actually reveal the next 4 illustrations, so they're keeping it for a surprise. But we have now like 2 of the 4 revealed. So this event SR Karen is at maximum limit increases 6,418 base appeal, 5,380 base stamina, and base technique is at 4,820 with a critical rate of 14.46%. Now, her skill set this time is focusing on skill activation. Now, this is obvious because of her cool skill type, and not only that, she tries to tries to gauge some support for same strategy members with appeal plus, so at 5%. If you're stacking up an SR card team, that would be useful. However, the skill activation, it only works on same strategy members, so by 4%, you'll increase skill activation but for 5 notes. And when you finish an appeal chance, and it only works once per live, she will increase the base skill activation rate by 1.2% until the end of the show. This affects everyone on the team. So you're basically giving them one large skill activation plus and one small skill activation plus insights on everyone else if you clear an AC. She'll probably be useful in DLP. She might be useful as well for the next SBL, particularly on SBL 14. But other than that, I'm pretty sure she will be an event reward SR that you can get through tiering alongside Ellie. So if you plan to spark this card, make sure to tier alongside for Ellie as well, because I'm pretty sure this card is pretty useful for skill activation. Pretty moderate card with skill activation increases, and the costume is her costume, however, looks interesting for the new Just Believe set. So be on the lookout for this card as it becomes an event reward SR. Otherwise, I think she'll be available in the exchange event. So next one is Rico. Rico this time is on her Happy Party Train set. And my mechanical keyboard just died already. Now this Rico this time is pure voltage. At base limit increases, she will start off with 4,294 base appeal, 2,238 base stamina, and technique of 3,220 with a critical chance of 9.6. Her skill set this time, okay, now she does work well with other pure cards. If you run a pure team and you ran a pure team of 7 to 9, her skill will be useful. And what's kind of off is that she uses base stamina increase for for pure cards. I think it's an okay card, and after passing an appeal chance, she will grant about 25% of her own appeal, but however, it's at a chance of 30%. So when you max her out this card, I think she will be in the event exchange SR, but it might depend if Caleb will choose either Karen or Rico to be the event reward SR. Her max limit increases. Her stats at maximum limit increases. It's at 7,313, base stamina of 3,821, and base technique at 5,484 with critical rate of 16.45. I just hope that this Rico is not a junk card, and if it does, I think that may be the reason why she ended up in the event exchange shop. Alright, next up for Muse is Honoka, and before we can begin the card breakdown on her next SR card, let me tell you one thing about the unidolized CG. Now she tripped. What happened? She only tripped, not collapsed. Unlike her collapsed state in Love Live School Idol Project episode 11, people on Twitter were making fun of this card because they wanted to see Honoka collapse, but I think that wouldn't be useful for No Brand Girls card, so they decided to make it a meme and the reaction is so funny. But I do like the illustration for this trip to Honoka because, I don't know, she might have slipped because of the rain. And what's even interesting is that the event story theme is rain, and no brand girls perform at a stormy afternoon in that episode of Love Live School Idol Project. So I would recommend to watch that episode because that's where we get to see Honoka's limit on managing a school idol group herself. So back to the card in hand. Oh wait, I wish I would have swapped to the idolized card. Now, No Brand Girls Honoka this time is at 7,282 base appeal, 5,117 base stamina, and base technique is at 7,282 with a critical rate of 21.84%. Being an active SP card, she is assigned on SP filling duty. Her live show active this time is on SP voltage up, so if an appeal chance starts, she will grant 8% of her own appeal for the next SP burst with 8% base voltage gain from SP burst. So, and her stat line is that her stat line affects same attribute cards, so it only affects active cards at 3.2% max. She's more of a costume collection, even with scouting as our stats. And finally, last but not least, because everyone is clamoring to see if Shioriko will be participating in event stories, we have now Just Believe Shioriko! And it's already overtime. Alright, so we have now Just Believe Shioriko. Now, for Shioriko, she starts off with 3,182 base appeal, base stamina at 4,783, and base technique is at 3,414 with critical rate of 10.24%. At maximum limit increases, she will have a base appeal of 5,426, base stamina of 8,139, and base technique at 5,814 with a critical chance of 17.44%. So basically, she's on stamina stick duty because she has the stamina damage reducer for 10 notes. That 10 notes, however, has a caveat. She will have lower stamina drain from the start with 30% chance to activate. Her stamina plus affects everyone up to 2.2%, so expect this card to be a bit of a weak side. And lastly, when passing an appeal chance, she will restore 6.6% of this card's of her own stamina. There is no this one's guaranteed. There are no limitations. I think this card is pretty good. However, for the most part, she's mostly on costume collection. So now that that's out of the way, I will have to showcase each of the cards' costume right now. So I got this right here, and I wish I would. I want to get that card in the global version if it does. This Shioriko card, this Just Believe costume, pretty good teal balance. Kind of reminds me already of some like Power Rangers theme show. I like that the accessories placed on her, pretty useful. Teal, I wish they would have go for Jade, but that would have confused. We already have some confusion with Aori Kanaria. But other than that, the costume's pretty good. I also forgot that we have to showcase other cards. Other card previews. Where is it? Best believe Karen. So that's what Karen looks like. She also has the open cleavage design on her top, just like Emma and Ayumu. Nice one. Oh wait. Oh, she tied from the back this time, one time. So everyone in Nijigasaki will be wearing the diamond and B on as a hair clip and one on their belt. So looks like a pretty familiar theme we're having. Plus Karen this time goes for two colors, blue and black actually, and it looks like indigo, but oh wait, is it indigo? Yeah, it looks like indigo and black colors. And to top it off, the top color even has Karen's name in it. Right, so for Happy Party Train Rico. Now, Happy Party Train Rico, I like this costume. Yeah, I like it. I just wish that the replication quality between All Stars and the one in the music video match well, because by the looks of it, they didn't actually use like plastic doll like shading filter that makes it look like they're animated from the music videos, the 3D music videos that is. They also kept her pink gemstone right behind her hair, and the one on her top hat. Pretty cool card, and I do have bias on Rico. I really love this rendition. I really love this All-Stars rendition of Happy Party Train costume. We already have one from the School Idol Festival arcade, but I wish I would have one. It's just that I wanted the School Idol Festival. Alright, OBS tried to reconnect, and looks like we're back. So now no brand girls Honoka. Nice. This looks better than the one in the animated music video in School Idol Project episode 11. At the time, their CG quality is almost bearable. Not as good much, but it improved better with Sunshine and then Nijigasaki. Even though Nijigasaki anime uses outsourced firms to make the CG music videos. But for this Honoka, at least for this all-star rendition, I'm pretty good on her. She still kept the replication between the anime and the one in the arcade version, and then later on All-Stars. I think the All-Stars version simplified her design so that it will not have an impact on mobile devices. I wish they would have gone for better polygons. And it is. That's the same pose right near the end of No Brand Girls, where Honoka tries to picture the camera with her own two L gesture fingers. So nice one. I like this pose. I love this pose for Honoka. Right, so now that we already saw all SRs, costumes for Ellie, and now let's look at for costumes for Ellie and Ruby. I already showed Ayumu's costume, so I'm just gonna skip it. So that's what she looks like. For June Bride, oh my gosh, she's pretty tall with them legs. Ellie's charming part, by the way, in School Idol Project is long legs. So for this Ellie card, the hairstyle, pretty sure it looks cool. The flower placements around her, and to top it all off, she even wears a hair bun. hairband similar to Yoshiko and Ayumu normally, and the patterns around her, the gradient starry pattern, the teal to purple. Good selection. It almost looked like Nozomi's colors, and top it all off, the flowers look like they're lavender. They're colored lavender, by the way. Now the waist belt, I like it. Light green to deep indigo. For me, it looked like blue to deep indigo. It might have been because of the rendering. Might have been because of the sword capture source that I'm using. But this other card, I'm pretty sure everyone will get her. She's freaking popular anyway. Look at this one. Teasing us off with her picking up water, sprinkling down the fountain. Right, lastly for the last card, Ruby. I already showed Ruby. Oh, come on. Never mind. I'm repeating myself. So we got Ruby here. Interesting illustration. She's at a gazebo, and that's the same place where Ellie posed for her idolized illustration. Look at this one. This is the same. So I'm guessing Ellie and Ruby are in the same location, just in different placements of this of the gazebo. So for Ruby's costume, it matches well. Pretty in pink. The flowers around her, as well as her design. They decided to cut off her shoulders for the dress, so they're going for the offset short sleeves. Well, what is that? Frilly sleeves, and she goes for twin hair buns this time. By the way, I did notice that in Leela, Love Live All Stars, what was that character? Arashi Chisato. Arashi Chisato uses double hair buns, and for Ruby to copy her for this costume, that look like a good replication. And flowers around her with pins on it. Pretty nice. They decided to cut off her twin tails for double hair buns. And lastly, a ribbon right behind her. That's very large. That's similar to Ayumu's Yume no Ippo costume. But it's pretty fit for a first year with small bust and cutesy figures. Alright, for last one, I did tell you that I already have this card and I already review it from last live stream, but I might as well check it out what it looks like if you preview her costume. Now, I'm guessing as to not copy Ruby's color patterns, they decided to have Ayumu use a different color palette this time. This time it will go for beige yellow, and then go for yellow green, and then all the way down to green. And to contrast her main dress, they decided to go for red, orange, and yellow flowers around her. Interesting part is that it almost copied Ruby because there's a ribbon behind her, and then they didn't go for cut off shoulder. They didn't go for cut off shoulders, and instead just give her the flat collar for her for reaching around the shoulder to the neck. and then extends from her collarbone right up to her bust. Not actually, halfway to her bust actually. Now, the now Aimu this time is going for a single bun, and everything is tied up to the very top. Her hair bun this time is placed above, unlike Ruby, who does the double hair buns on each side. So the rest of the hairstyles, this hairstyle this time, Ayumu's hairstyle for this costume, they decided to use braids. They decided to wrap parts of her hair with braids. So yeah, it looks familiar to Emma's, but Emma's braids are right downwards, right down at the bottom part of her hair to make it like twin tail braids. This one, they decided to go for the, they decided to go on the right side of her hair, and the hairpin this time looks interesting. They didn't go for the star pin, so they decided to create something unique for her and give her the, I wish I could see it zoom in, but it looks like 5 beads tied into one pin. And there's also an extra ribbon on her waist belt. The Japanese version account has the higher bond level cap over the one in the global. Because I collected so many cards, so many other cards. The only thing I'm missing right now is Mystic Fairy and Nichiyo the Passion's Idol. I wish I would got that. I wish I would have gotten that during one time at the scouting. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this live stream. So tomorrow will be an event story on Children's Day event in Japan. By that time, the global version Children's Day event will start, and I will have to rush through the entire tiering so that I can just unlock the event stories. Just to give you a brief glimpse on what are the current lineup. Mari is the exchange SR, and then Aimu's the event reward SR. The event Yuarzumi scouting SR this time is scouting SR this time is who's no brand girls Ellie, and scouting URs Rina and Kanan. So that's pretty much it for the live stream. I hope you guys enjoy the nights, and for the other side of the world, I hope you guys enjoy. Have a good day. Oh wait, what's going on? Kid Kotori, yes.
協力してくれてありがとう。これできっと小鳥もうまくいくと思うんだ。
I subbed to Kotori this week.
ガチャンだ。
Alright, let's finish it off with All Stars Pass scouting. See if we can get an ultra rare. Alright, never mind. Goodbye. See you soon.